Yes.
No, I mean, nobody is saying that when an offense has been committed, nobody should be investigated. And if an investigation establishes culpability, that you should not be prosecuted. As you can see, we are dutifully presenting ourselves to the police pursuant to their invitation to assist them carry out an investigation.
It seems to say we are wasting our time, because this is clearly on the face of it that you have abused your office for gain, and it's an offense.
Yes, but that is the problem I have. And to place it on record, I mean, Martin Hamidu is like a father to me. And very often I find myself at public fora, media houses. He says something, and I feel obliged to respond to those issues. And in the end, it looks like, you know, it becomes personal. But let me just indicate that, one, you have to establish first and foremost that there was stealing, because that's what the police is investigating. They're investigating a case of stealing. And I have taken a legal position that, strictly speaking, you cannot say that somebody who works for government, and government is supposed to determine his or her salary and pay that person. Government fails to determine the person's salary lawfully at the beginning of the person's term of office, but ends up determining the salary the last week the person is leaving office. Then, in between the period, government on its own, using previous standards as a ceiling, starts advancing money to that person. Person takes the money. Then the last month of the person's stay in office, you now determine lawfully what the person is entitled to. Then you reconcile your books, and then you pay the person what the person may be entitled to as a difference, which is what the practice has been since 1992. So my argument is that you can't establish a case of stealing because the person has a sense of what the previous standard was, but legally speaking, the person doesn't know his or her salary. So if you are going to prosecute, you must satisfy a judge that you knew your salary and you were paid in excess of your salary, and you took it knowing very well that you were paid in excess of your salary. Because my strict legal position is that you didn't know your salary, because the president who was supposed to act to determine the salary failed to act until your last month in office when he acted. Parliament, which was supposed to act and determine the salary, failed to act until your last month in office.
Madam Gansa and Rashid Pepo talk about top-up.
They don't know. Listen, they don't know.
They talk about top-up.
They are not lawyers.
After taking one salary.
They are not lawyers.
Now